This is our program, that is Sutherland-Hodgman polygon clipping algorithm. I already provided you the line clipping algorithm as well, but it is not part of your curriculum, so it will not be asked. Just for execution purpose, testing purpose, it is provided, so you can execute that also. There you are having another algorithm with ABRL code and region code and all. So in polygon clipping algorithm, we require to draw polygon. So we are going to take here one structure which store two values at the same time, that is x and y value, so that are taken as a float. So we are taking one structure, that is pt, and of this pt we are having variable p1, p2, that will store p1 x and p1 y values. Then p2 will store x value and y value. Then we are having p of 20, so you can store in this one dimensional array p of 0 to p of 19. So total 20 points with x and y value each you can store. Again in pp you can store 20 points. So maximum you can provide a polygon with 20 points because of this p and pp20. So that p is your polygon before clipping and pp is polygon after clipping, and p1, p2 are the points which you required for your window. So let's say here this is your window and this one is the point which is called as p1, that is the bottom left corner, and this is the point, that is p2. So with this 2 point you are going to draw complete this window rectangle, and any polygon which you are going to draw across this, you are going to cut it, you are going to clip it. So let's see the further program. After this structure, what next we are having is left function which clipped the left side of the window. We will see it later on. Then we are having next function, that is right, which clip the right part of the window. After this we are having top function which clips the top part of the window, and then last we are having here bottom function which clips the bottom part of the window. We will see this all one by one. Let's go for the main function first. So what we are having in main function, as we already completed execution part, first our main function is asking for enter window coordinates left bottom, that is p1 point. So it is going to accept that values of p1.x and p1.y, which is of type float. Then enter coordinate for right top, so that is p2.x and p2.y. So this p1 point and p2 point will draw your window after accepting it from the user. So we have taken it in example, that is 100 100 p1 point and p2 as 400 400. So that will draw our clipping window, right? Then enter the number of vertices. So these vertices are for the triangle, rectangle or polygon which we are going to draw across our window, so that some part of the polygon resides outside of the window and some part comes inside, and then it will get clipped accordingly. So here we are going to enter the number of vertices. Let's say 3 if you are going to enter. It will come across only 3 sides of the window, but we required to get output from all four sides, that is left, right, bottom and top side. So that's why we are giving here four vertices, so that we will get the output which is going to clip from all four sides of our window. So here we have entered the number of vertex, that is 4. After this, we are going to get the values of x and y values of each and every vertex. So according to this n, we are going to run for loop, and we are going to store that value of polygon before clipping into your one-dimensional array P, which is an variable of your structure PT. See here, this we already initialize as structure PT is P. The structure PT is P of 20. So that is the polygon before clipping. So that P will get initialized here. According to the vertices, we will get P of 0.x, P of 0.y, then P of 1.x, P of 1.y, P of 2.x, P of 2.y, P of 3.x, P of 3.y. As it is ranging from 0 to less than 4, we are going to have value that is P of 0, P of 1, P of 2, and P of 3. So that is going to scan our 4 points where we are going to draw our polygon. And lastly, the last point, we are initializing to the first point, that is P of 0, so that we are getting the connected figure. So that's why P of I will get initialized to P of 0x, P of I dot y will get initialized to P of 0 dot y. So here we have completed this part of drawing this window, and we accepted P1 xy and P2's xy. Plus here we accepted that 4 vertex, that is n. So this is our 4 points. For this 4 point we are having all xy values, which is going to draw our polygon, right, which will be clipped across this window. So this points we have accepted, that is P of 0 xy, P of 1 xy, P of 2 xy, and P of 3 xy. So this part we completed so far. After this, just like all other main functions of our program, we are having glute init that will initialize that ARGC and ARGB, graphics driver and graphics modes. Then initialize display mode, that is glute single, glute RGB color, and single mode, that is we are not drawing any animation part. Window size, we are going to set it to the max as 640 by 480, so the full screen will appear there. Window position is going to start at 00. The window name is Sutherland Hodgman polygon clipping algorithm. You can append your roll number here. Then init function, which will initialize the windows. Display function we are going to call first, and after display function we will get the display, that is our window and the polygon which is required to be clipped across your window. And when you click my mouse, when you click left button of your my mouse, my function will get called, and that is going to call your left, right, top, bottom clipper function, and your polygon will get clipped. So only 2 functions we are going to call, that is display and my mouse. After that, GL flush, GL main loop, and return 0. That is we are going to free all the memories, and for returning that output we are having glute main loop and last return 0. So that is what all about main functions. Then let's see all these functions one by one. First, we are going to call here init function. So let's see the init function. Init function is very simple here. that is we are just going to clear the screen, that is 0.0, 0.0, that is RGB value with 000, black color, alpha is 0, so 0 transparency, so black color is going to set at the background. Glue Ortho 2D, that is the graph which we are going to plot on window of 640 by 480 is of 500 by 500, means maximum value you can provide your window and your polygon are in between 0 to 500. If you go across 500, you will not able to see your output. So the maximum values will be 500, 500, x 500, y 500. After init function, next function we are going to call our display function. Let's see display function. This is your display function. In display function, what you are going to do is simply clearing the screen. So after clearing screen, you are going to draw line loop. Instead of calling any line algorithm or inbuilt polygon clipping algorithm, here we are going to call basic graphics primitive, that is GL underscore line underscore loop. So that will draw from this points a complete connected line loop, and which is going to draw with color which is initialized to here, GL color 3F. R value we are going to set it as 0.4. G value is complete 1.0 and 0.0. So green value is more, that is 1.0. So we are going to get this window. P1, P2 is our window. So window color is going to set to as green, right? GL vertex 2x, that is you are going to draw a line from P1 dot x, P1 dot y to P2 dot x and P1 dot y. Then P2 dot x, P2 dot y, P1 dot x, P2 dot y. So that will draw that 4 lines of your window. So that is what we are getting the output screen in display, first output screen. What we are getting is only green color window with P1, P2, that is 100, 100 and 400, 400. So that is connected window we are going to get here. After this, we are going to call draw polygon function and then GL flash. So draw polygon function is getting called after this display function. Let's see draw polygon function. Now this is our draw polygon function. As we have already entered that number of vertices and values for each and every vertex. So we have initialized that n equal to 4, and from 0 to 3 we got initialized our P one dimensional array. So we are going to draw with the help of this for loop that polygon, which is going to start with P of I dot x, P of I dot y to P of I plus 1, means P of 0 to P of 1, P of 0 to P of 1. We are going to draw the first line, that is with the help of GL lines, and then rest of the lines, that is with P of I to P of 0. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and lastly 3 to 0. So that all line will get drawn here. Again, here you can use GL line loops also. You can modify this code. Just we have used for drawing window, you can use same line of code for same basic graphics primitive, that is GL underscore lines underscore loop also here for drawing that polygon. Here it is GL lines have used. So that will draw your polygon, that is with color, that is 4red color. The lines whatever getting drawn are with the color that is red. So on this window, green window, you are getting your red polygon. So that is draw polygon function. After this, once your window is getting drawn, you are getting output something like this. Your window, that is 100, 100, 400, 400, and this 4 points polygon, that is with This is with red color, and this is with green color. Right. So this is what the output you are getting, and then next what you are waiting for, you're waiting for the clipping, and that will get called only when you are going to click your mouse left button. So let's see next part of the code. So after drawing window, that is in display function, after drawing polygon P, that is in for draw polygon function, we are waiting for my mouse function. What we are having in my mouse, the same code which we used earlier. So when your left button get clicked, the state is down. You are going to call, you are first going to clear the screen, that is GL clear, then GL begin and GL end line loop. You are again going to redraw. After clearing screen, all your output is going to be clear, that is your window and the polygon which you have drawn. So again, after clearing screen, you are going to draw with this GL vertex 2F, as this value are of data type float. You are using GL vertex 2F. You are going to draw your window, right? So P1.x, P1.y, P2.x, P1.y. So with this, you are going to draw your window. Even P2 points are for windows. After this, you are going to call first, that is left function, left clipper. Then you are going to call right function, right clipper. Then top function, top clipper. And lastly, bottom function, bottom clipper. And then lastly, you are going to draw polygon. Draw polygon will draw the clipped polygon. Right. So let's see this left function first. I hope everyone is getting. If you are having any problem, you can ask me in the chat section or raise your hand and unmute your mic and you can ask me. So let's see left function. In left function, we have initialized this two variables I0 and J0. That is for use for this for loop. So in the left function, we are having this. This is your left clipper. This whole part is going to act as your left clipper, right? So this is your left clipper. This part is going to be clipped. And again, as per our algorithm, we are having here four conditions. That is line which is coming from inside to outside, right? The line which is coming from inside to inside, line which is coming from inside to outside, and the fourth case, that is outside to outside, we are going to neglect all starting point and end point of that line, where we are having line residing outside to outside, right? So this left clipper, we want to clip this part. Here we know the x value of this point, x value of this point. We need to decide one direction, inside to outside. This one part is outside, this one part is inside. For this line, if we start with this point, it is a condition that is outside to inside, right? So what we are going to store is this contacted, this left clipper point and this end point. This 2 point we are going to store. For this, it is inside to inside case, so only this point we are going to store, we will get as output. For this case, again it is this line, it is inside to inside, so only this point we are going to store. Now for this line, it is from inside to outside, so for inside to outside we will store this point only, right? So for these 2 points, we know the x value. We have to calculate only the y value of these 2 points, right? Y value we need to calculate. Same for right clipper. We know x values. We know this x value of P2. So same value will come across this line. We have to calculate y value for this, y value for this. Same for top line. We know here the y value. This is our top line. Here we know the y value of P2. So we know y value. We have to just calculate here the x values. Same for bottom clipper. We know P1x. So y value we know. We have to calculate only the x values here. Right. So let's see left clipper and how to calculate this all 4 conditions and y values. Okay. So in left function we are having first condition, that is P of I, that is polygon's x value is less than window's x value, and the line which is going to come across this window P1, उसका end point, that line's end point P of I plus 1, that's x value is greater than P1 dot x, means the condition is outside to inside. The first point x value is less than P1x, and the last point end point x value is greater than or equal to P1 dot x. So here the condition is outside to inside. In this case, if P of I plus 1 dot x minus P of I dot x is not equal to 0, right, means the differences of x dx is not equal to 0, then we have to calculate the y value, and obviously this is going to be happen. So we have to calculate here y value with this formula, and this is the formula, that is dy, differences of dy of that key divided by differences of x into this P1 dot x and P of I dot x, so their x difference of window, and this is the polygon which get clipped across, plus the y value of your polygon. So that is what the formula you require to remember for calculating y value. Else the line is completely straight, the y value is same, right? So that PP is the polygon which is getting after value, which is getting after clipped. So after clipping, your P of I is initialized to PP of J. Then x value is will get initialized as per that. P1 dot x is equal to PP of J. J plus plus means the next point, and the next point is getting the xy values of P of I plus 1, P of I plus 1, means the next point I plus 1 is same for PP J, right? And the previous point will get the value, that is y will be same if it is exactly straight line, otherwise y will get calculated. The x value will get calculated, that is equal to the P1, that is your Windows X, and J plus plus. So this is the first condition. Your PP will get initialized. Your PP is the output vertex, that is for outside to inside, the where line get clipped, and the end point, that 2 points will get stored here in PP of J. So that is outside to inside. Next we are having inside to inside. So when inside to inside case is there, the output is only the end point. So inside to inside is simple, PP of J dot Y, PP of J dot X, that is directly equal to with P of I plus 1, P of I plus 1. So instead of P of I, we are going to set here P of I plus 1 as the output vertex list. So that is the condition for inside to outside. Next, we are having inside to outside. When we are having inside to outside, we are just going to bother about the one vertex, that is came across the clipper. So 1 point we are going to calculate only here. So for that, again difference of x is equal to 0. We have to calculate the y point, same like we have calculated y point here, outside to inside. For inside to outside also we have to calculate the y point with the same formula. Else if that line is straight, y point will remain same. So that is the y point calculation, and the x value will get equated with the Windows X value. So that is the vertex list will get updated. pp of j is equal to the p1.x, and the y value will get calculated depending on this. So that is inside to outside, and the outside to outside we are simply going to neglect the value. And lastly, this all vertex list pp of I will get stored to p of I, and again pp of 0, the first point will get initialized to the previous point, so that whatever vertex list we have calculated so far in pp will get initialized, will get stored in p, right? Because ultimately in our draw polygon we are going to draw p updated values of p polygon, right? So that is what your left clipper. I am again repeating it with the 4 condition. Left clipper, first we need to check the outside to inside condition. The x value is less than the p1x, and then end point is greater than p1x. We have to calculate only the y value, right? So we are remaining only with less than 1 minute. So we will see this all other functions in next session. Still that we will continue. I think all of you have entered your roll number and names, right? In the chat section, if you forgot, please mention it. So the y value will get calculated accordingly this formula. If that x value is not, difference is not equal to 0, we are going to calculate the y value. Otherwise the y value will be same. The x value will get equated with the p1x, that is your Windows X value, and this xy value, this x and y value will get stored in pp. Then this j will get incremented. The next point is the window code. So here we completed a left clipping function, right? Let's see for other remaining clipping function. So that is all about left clipper. Let's see right clipper. So in right clipper again, as previously explained in this whiteboard, this is you're going to be left, and this is going to be your right clipper. Left clipper and right clipper are pretty much same. In both cases you have to calculate only the y point of this intersection point. You know the x point here for p1, and here the x point will be for p2, right? This is your p2 point, this is your p1 point. So in both cases we have to calculate only the y section. The x value we know. So let's see right clipper function. Again here we are going to check the condition, 4 condition. The fourth one is outside to outside, so we are going to discard that. So outside to inside, again we are going to check it with p's x value is if it is greater than p2 now here p2. For right clipper we are going to check with p2. For left clipper we have checked it with x. For right clipper, this side, right side, we have to check that with the p2's x value. So right clipper, we have checked with p2's x value, right? So this is p2's x and p2's x. The end point is less than, and the starting point is greater than. So it is the case outside to inside. So again here, if this x values, end point and starting point, are not equal to 0, we have to calculate only the y value. most of the case this is going to be true. So with this formula, just like same as previous year, we are going to take the differences of y, differences of x into p2's difference with p of I is x and p of I dot y multiplication. So that is the formula, same like left function. We are going to calculate y. Otherwise, the p of I, the starting point y is same as pp of j dot y. We are going to enter. So that is your pp of j dot y value is getting included into the pp vertex list. Then x value, we are going to get it as same as p2's x. The left clipper, we got it as p1 x. Right here we got it as p1x. Now here we got it for right function, we are getting here as p2's x value, and the j plus plus is getting incremented. The next point is same like p of I plus 1. So I plus 1's x and y value will get initialized to the next ppj's xy value. The j plus plus will get incremented. So that is for right clipper. If you are having another case, another line which is coming from inside to inside, so inside to inside we are only going to take input in the pp vertex list, that is the end point, that is p of I plus 1. So p of I plus 1 x and y value will get initialized to pp of j xy values, and j plus plus will get incremented. So inside to inside one was the easiest one. Then inside to outside, so inside to outside again we have to check that condition, and if x values difference of x is not equal to 0, we have to calculate the y value. So y value will get calculated here for the case inside to outside. The y, otherwise the y value will be same as the starting point's y value, and here x value will be same as p2's x value, j plus plus. So that is for inside to outside. So only the condition is getting changed from outside to inside and inside to outside. Rest thing is similar. Then we are going to input all this vertex list into p of I. Whatever we have stored, calculated so far in pp, that all pp value will get stored in p, and the last point is getting initialized to the 0th point. So that is for right clipper. Now let's see top clipper. So in top clipper, this is our top clipper. So here if we got this two kind of lines, so here we know the y values that is coming from this point p2. So for both this point and this point, we know the y value, which is similar to p2's y value. We have to calculate only the x value for this, right? Similarly for this, we know the y value, that is y value is of p1. This point is p1. So p1's y value we are going to calculate from here, and p1's y value we are going to calculate from here. We have to calculate only the x value, which is in question mark. So the x value we need to calculate here. So let's see here top clipper. So again here top clipper, we are going to check the condition outside to inside. Now this time instead of x we are going to check it with respect to y, because we know p2's y, and for bottom p1's y. So if p of I dot y is greater than p2 of y, and p of I plus 1 means lines y value is less than p2 means windows y value, we are saying that condition is outside to inside. Again, if the y difference is not equal to 0, we are going to calculate here the x value, because y value we know, right? So according to that we have to just interchange the value. Any one function, left, right or top or bottom, we need to remember, and accordingly we have to just interchange the value. So x value we are going to calculate on this formula, differences of x, differences of y. Previously difference of y is there, difference of x is there, and multiplication with y difference into p of I dot x. So that is p of j dot x we have calculated. Otherwise this x values will be same. P of I dot x, the starting point x value is going to be inputted into PP vertex list. So that is PP vertex y list is getting initialized to P2 dot y because y value we know, that is P2y, right, for top clipper. J plus plus will get initialized. The I plus 1 value means the another point, the end point, we are going to initialize the same. I plus 1 dot x, I plus 1 dot y will get initialized to j of x, j dot x and j dot y. J plus plus will get incremented. So that is for first condition, outside to inside. For inside to inside, very simple. The P of I plus 1, the line's second point xy value will get initialized to PP's xy, and j plus plus will get incremented. Then inside to outside, so when we are having this condition for inside to outside, we are again going to calculate here the x value, and otherwise x value is P of I dot x. We are going to initialize the P2 dot y value same as the PP of j's y value, and we will get incremented j plus plus. So that is the condition inside to outside. And lastly, all this vertex list will get inputted into P of I. The last point will get included as the end point. Sorry, the first point as included as last point. So same like previous functions. And lastly, the bottom function. The bottom condition will get checked according to condition. And after this, we are going to again calculate the differences of y, pp, j of dot x, similar to previous function. Otherwise, x value is same. Then p1 dot y will get initialized to this by, we know, here instead of p2, we are going to take for bottom p1. Right, here also p1. That we need to remember. Rest of the things are similar. I plus 1 will get initialized to pp of next j xy value. For inside to inside, I plus 1 xy value will get initialized to pp of j. Inside to outside one, again same, we are going to check with the here p1, we are going to calculate the x value as per the formula, and otherwise x value will be of starting point x value, p of I dot x. Y value we are going to initialize here, not p2, instead of p2, p1 dot y. So that we need to remember while bottom and top function. Rest of the things are same. All will that get inputted into P of I. And lastly, what we are going to call again draw polygon function. So again, draw polygon function we are going to draw with the help of red color. So that's why we are getting output, that is both your clip polygon and your window in red color, right? So that is what the polygon clipping, Sutherland-Hodgman polygon clipping algorithm